Welcome
to sunny, hilly San Francisco.
Very hilly. It's ridiculously hilly.
We have to walk up that.
Way! What a banging week we've had in San Francisco.
Do you know what? It turns out 5 days is nowhere near enough. We've barely scratched the surface.
But we still have seen and eaten a lot of spectacular stuff.
Thanks to your hashtag suggestions.
Thank you.
To start off with, clam chowder.
Oh.
It's what this place is so well known for.
Yep.
But why? We had to go find out.
Hey!
How you doing?
Have a seat, let's talk about chowder. What would you say is the definition of a great clam chowder?
To me, it's using really good fresh ingredients. You've got, the New England style clam chowder's got the cream or milk base. You gotta have bacon. You gotta have good potatoes, some veggies, and then great clams. And so, we decided early on, because we grow clams, that we're not gonna buy chopped frozen clams, which would have been a lot easier to do, that we wanted to use our whole clams. So that kind of in a nutshell, really, it's really simple. These are manila clams, and this is what we grow up and down the West Coast.
It's an East Coast kind of concept and recipe, but using West Coast ingredients.
Yeah. The base we've got the potatoes, we've got our carrots, we've got celery, fish stock. We just get that going, add the clams in, add the cream in, and voila, there you are. So.
Why do you think clam chowder is such a big thing in San Francisco?
I just think the waterfront, being on the waterfront, this is the kind of, it's like a lot of times it's actually not real warm here. It's actually, we're lucky today, but it can be cool, and this is a great, stick to your ribs, make you feel good on a cold day kind of dish. So most of the chowders up and down all over here are New England style clam chowder, and here we are in San Francisco, but it's just gotten to be such a huge thing because the focus on the waterfront here. I mean, I still love this business to this day. I love going to other bays and seeing what other oyster farmers are doing and shellfish farmers are doing, so.
I think choosing to film this in the middle of a road wasn't the best idea. Have a great day. I hope our brakes work.
Before this trip, I didn't really know what clam chowder was. I thought it was like leek and potato soup, but with clams. And it turned out that it was quite similar.
Some of them are very much like that.
But also why it's special to SF.
Well, it was voted #1, wasn't it? As the one thing we had to try while we're here by the Today's audience.
Now, one thing John didn't believe in was serving clam chowder in a sourdough bowl. But it seems like a lot of other people serve clam chowder in a sourdough bowl, and we don't want to argue with anybody,
No.
so we had to try clam chowder served in a sourdough bowl.
And if you're going to put it in a bowl, it needs to be a bit thicker, so that uses a different method with a kind of roux flour base, and instead of the shells from the clam meat goes in instead.
Also, I know this looks it might look good from this angle, but to the rest of San Francisco, we're just doing one big moonie, aren't we?
Well, we've still got our trousers up, but other than that...
I haven't.
Sourdough.
Yes.
That's a thing here.
Yeah, really popular.
Yeah.
And they do it really well. I mean, I can see why it's a thing, because
Yeah.
it's delicious. It's fantastic.
And there's lots of scientific reasons why it's a thing here. It's something about the yeast in the air is the best for creating sourdough.
Sourdough needs a wild yeast, and it's the foggy climate of San Francisco that makes it so good. So we went to BOUDIN's to look at some of the oldest, and they've had their mother culture for a long, long time.
Fernando, you seem to have a load of dough in a locked box.
This is it. This is gold. This is our gold right now. But this is our mother dough. It makes the best sourdough in the world. They study what makes San Francisco has the best sourdough. And they identified it, and there's a living organism that thrives here more in abundance than anywhere on the whole world. That means per square inch, that means in 1 gram of these, I got like 10 billion little ones going in there.
Wow.
So the pH, the acidity is actually, it grows more here than anywhere else on earth. This is alive right now, this is living. We have it since 1849.
So what makes the best sourdough loaf for you? What's great about it?
When you start to see these bubbles like this, all the fermentation, that means all the gases that trying to escape out of this. When you feel, here, look. Yep. Look at that crust. When you, that's great sourdough. And then you can,
I can smell it already.
You break it open. Oh my God, this is chewy, crispy, babe. If you eat it, the tang on it is excellent.
Let's make some indistinguishable shapes.
There's my bear. I'm not sure if it's Winnie Paddington or Rupert, but it's a bear-ish.
So the big question is, having seen my performance here, would you give me a job?
I think I can hire you.
Awesome. Well, Fernando, thank you very much for your lesson in
Thank you, my
sourdough.
friend. Nice to meet you, and I thank you for coming to my house.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You live there.
He is quite cute.
he's
Well,
not bad.
She's got a bow.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
it's not a he because he's lacking the tools.
And then for our biggest meal of the week.
We've got some good lunges going
It is,
on.
I'm feeling the pressures of the...
Let's lunge while Ben, you talk about the
You
best,
talk about the
biggest
best-
meal
biggest
that we've
meal.
had.
I will talk to you about the biggest meal we had in SF, which was in the Mission District. We went to the birthplace of the Mission Star Burrito, and we ate their deluxe burrito live on a stream with Mashable.
I couldn't be there, unfortunately. But you guys seem to wuss out of one, having hot sauce, two,
I had hot sauce.
going
I had hot sauce, so screw you.
not in the burrito.
got a parking ticket.
We should do more Periscope and Meerkat, shouldn't we?
Yeah, if you want us to do more periscoping, like this video.
Please, yeah, because, yeah, that.
And every other meal we had was recommended by you, so we did Peruvian, we went to great coffee houses, we did a brunch over on the west side of San Francisco, which was pretty sweet, just by the beach. We have eaten so well.
If you want to see all of that, it's all documented on the blog. Make sure you go over there. It's
www.saltedfood.com/blog.
Come on,
Got it
we're
wrong,
almost
sorry.
there.
Don't forget also, this week we have also been doing regular recipes that
Yes.
we shot before we came on the tour. The first of those was a white chocolate mousse millefeuille with tarragon
so
and raspberries.
delicate.
What about on Friday?
On Friday we did a big night in episode where we invited the lads round for flapjack and milkshake.
For
No,
whiskey
for
milkshake
whiskey
and
and the
flapjack.
flapjacks.
We had whiskey and there was some food there.
Yeah.
That's
Whiskey, blueberry, maple, it was a phenomenal shake.
Oh, it was really good.
There
and
was
the
whiskey.
flapjack was pretty decent as well.
No, there was whiskey.
How are we going to shut the fridge door?
Should we race down to the bottom of that hill?
You race, I'll shut the door.
I will win. I'm heavier.
I'm going to pass your skateboard down to you.
It's not a rolling
We good? So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, it's on a hill. There we go.